Today I am spilling the tea on Danielle Bartlett and the events that may have contributed to her disappearance in March of 2026 from Toronto. If you have any information, please share it. Please share this video. My love goes out to the family and friends who are desperately trying to find her. If you know anything, or if you have anything to add, or if you see something in my tea leaves that I don't mention, please feel free to comment here. Thank you so much for watching. I'm going to take a look at the teacup for Danielle Bartlett. When I was just mixing the tea and turning it over, I did see a giant angel, actually a really dark angel, and then I saw a woman from behind up above the angel, almost like walking up and up out of the angel and into the distance. Hands behind back, long hair, and it gave me this sense that the angels are around her. I'm also seeing a guy across from that, on the totally other side of the cup, that's kneeling down, almost asking for forgiveness. It has that sense of forgiveness. When I look at the side of him, I see a woman leaned up against him, his legs, almost like she's slumped and just fallen and is all just loopy and soupy on the floor. And then as I'm looking to the left of that image and to the right of it, I see all these other faces. So I just also feel like this is a lot of guilt. I feel a lot of guilt in this image here, like, okay, I did it, but I don't want to have to pay for it kind of energy. I did also see Jesus in here on the cross. In fact, I saw a couple images of Jesus. So I wonder what her face is. If she had maybe if she was raised with religion, maybe she just kept some of it and somehow she relates to Jesus. Although I will say, I did do the tarot reading. That showed me a whole other side of that. She was in the midst of a spiritual awakening to some degree, and in a way she's already a master soul. I felt like a pretty enlightened soul, or definitely had very clear-cut ideas, like not a slacker, let's put it that way. She's not a slacker. She's not gonna, I don't think that she would choose the lazy way out, unless I think things would have to be dire if she did. I do see a lot of hearts in here too. And I do keep seeing images of boats, like little sailboats, little motorboats, and things like that as I'm looking through this. I see a rooster. I do see birds and butterflies and all of that. So I would think that she may generally have been optimistic, and I feel like I just saw the word bunny appear out of here, or bug. Bunny, bug. And I see a really cute vision of what I think is mom and dad energy early, when she would have been around 15, 16, almost like she's being bolstered or she's being supported in a way that she can get ahead or something like that. I'm seeing what appears to be a motorcycle here as well. Just a little bit of it. Oh, yeah, I'm finding that vision almost like I see a heart, and it's in a shelter. And when you look at how the shelter's built, that's where I see, like, this, no joke, like this form of Jesus. He's built this, lean-to over the heart and is sitting above it, almost like Yeah, it's really quite something. I don't know what her faith was like, if that's an image related to her faith or if that's happening on a spirit level. I do find some spirits draw the Jesus energy, you know. I do feel that sense of her feeling trapped, like there's no way out, like my hands are tied, don't know what I'm gonna do. Feel like dark angels kind of at her ankles, tempting, and I see a 3-leaf clover, but it's a little bit mashed up when I look at it, so maybe did she go through a period where she felt she didn't have a whole lot of luck, or she may have felt like things weren't going the way she wanted them to. There is a sense almost of gosh, it's a bunch of things. One, I'm seeing kind of like this long canoe, almost like she's in this long canoe, so I don't know if she likes doing canoeing or anything at all with somebody. There's also this almost a theatrical character in here. I feel like dressed up like almost the unicorn or horse. It's like that kind of energy. It's got a cape on it. It's not quite unicorn. It's almost just like the horse with a cape, and then this. It's like if it were standing up, it would be holding a long rod of some kind. It's an interesting, like standing guard somehow. On duty, standing guard. And yeah, I literally see Jesus at the cross and Mary draped in red clothing, praying at his feet. I'm seeing an ethereal version of someone in here too. Also, I'm almost seeing like the sewing machine. I don't know if sewing is significant in any way. I'm also seeing vigil. I'm seeing musical notes. I'm seeing a pregnant woman with a flame of consciousness. It's almost like the candle, and then the flame of consciousness is coming up out of her belly. And I think that may tie into what I saw with the cards. It's right in the center. Wow, what an image. Also seeing a guy in here. I do feel like I'm seeing this guy in here, and I'm like, okay, who are you? What are you doing? And then I'm turning the cup. Yeah. I don't know. I wonder if she had a fight with somebody. I'm seeing almost like this. You know how when somebody grabs you and shakes you, like, hello, kind of like that. But it's not really a hello. Did she, like, it almost looks like all of a sudden I see two people dancing out of this guy too, so interesting. He's got the moves. Did somebody make the moves on her? And is there somebody who seems really charming? See that horse standing guard, almost like a character out of a fairy tale. It almost feels like could she overtrust? Could she overtrust, underestimate whether she could trust someone? I wondered with the cards if she was missing red flags. Maybe she just trusted. She kind of had like her heart needed protection, I think. This is what I'm seeing, I guess. Yeah, I've seen rooster a few times. I don't see rooster very often in a cup, so it's not a norm as far as, if you see this, it means this. Could mean early mornings. Did she get up early in the morning for anything, or stay up late and get home in the early morning. I am seeing somebody on a boat chopping through the water here, standing up. Looks like a motorboat. And I'm feeling the cold again. Like, oh, I'm not dressed warm enough kind of cold. That kind of cold. You know how you're like, darn it. Wish I had something warmer on. I'm seeing a little bit more from this image where I saw the angel, and then what I felt was a vision of her. I thought, ooh. So in a way, I wonder if she did have a dark side, in a way that she was wrestling with, not just, okay, I got to go into my first chakra and clear out a little bit of shadow, more where it was just a little bit more of a wrestle and a little bit more of a, I don't know, I guess I'll just do this. So I do feel like there were some temptations, I guess, that's what I think I'm getting from this. And yet I even see visions of her in the teacup carrying around a candle with it lit. Often is the sense of consciousness rising. So I think she's learned some things. I think I would say that she learned from her mistakes, I guess. Maybe this is what I'm seeing. Like she was going to keep trying, even if things weren't fantastic. It's how I think I'm seeing this as far as her character. She'd stick with things, at least, even if she needed little bits of checkouts here and there. She's still mostly stuck with things. It's what I'm getting the impression of. I'm seeing the word baby, but I'm seeing it upside down and backwards. It's really interesting. I'm like, whoa. But when I turn the cup differently, I don't see it. I'm feeling this long-necked guy. It's interesting, and he's kind of walking through the cup, and parts of his own body are not connected. Like I can see his foot connected to his leg, but then there's like this gap in his knee, and then I see the rest of his thigh, and then I see the rest of his body, but part of his shoulder is missing and one of his arms is gone. So I wonder if somebody around her was a little bit like, was there a broken guy around her that she felt like she wanted to fix or something, or did she gravitate towards broken people? Was that a soft spot for her? Oh, for sure. Let me help you. Not really understanding what gargoyles and, darkness might be on the other side of that, or that's, I'm curious about. That's a little bit of an impression that I'm getting, or it could kind of whisker into something without realizing. Like, is it naivety? Is it just, I'll accept people at face value, and all of a sudden I'm seeing this angel and all this representation of her, the side of her that's light, the side of her that's working with old shadow stuff and clearing energies and liberation energies, and can I liberate? Will I liberate? How do I liberate? 2 step forward, 1 step back kind of energy. It does feel like a bit of a, like I'm hearing magic carpet ride, and the cards brought out magic, and I saw this guy like leaning down, almost like he was, or not leaning down, kneeling down, like on something soft, I'm like, yeah, I wonder if she got snowed in somehow, like snowed by somebody without realizing it until too late. Yeah. And I wonder if she was into like Greek mythology at all. Like I'm seeing the whole Trojan horse thing, and I'm seeing Helen of Troy. Yeah, it's very dynamic symbolism, I must say. I'm also seeing the word J. All of the words I'm seeing that are flashing at me are literally like I'm watching the reflection of them. I know how to read upside down and backwards, funny enough, but that's how it is in the cup. So I wonder if she had that ability somehow, or was, sometimes that's a sign of dyslexia or something like that. Like, So I feel like she was still discovering parts of herself, like for sure she had like a pure heart that needed protection. No question. Because she could just, she loved. She knows how to love. So hopefully, I wonder, did she get fixated on things? I felt like in the cards somebody was fixated on her, but in the teacup, I'm curious about that. So there is a sense of, I just get this sense of fallen angel. I'm even seeing that character Ursula out of, what is that, Little Mermaid thing? I saw mermaid in the cup earlier. I saw water. I took a video of that, so hopefully it shows up in the video when I look at it again. I don't see it as I'm just looking at the cup. But almost like a grotto kind of a feeling, like this sort of dreamy sense. I wonder if Neptune was hitting her hard, like she just wasn't seeing things in the clearest way, and the blind spots didn't help. Sometimes other people see our blind spots, and I wonder if other people saw some of her blind spots and worried about her before this happened. Yeah. Meg. M-E-G? Meg. Does that mean anything to anybody? Megatron? Okay, well, I am, sheesh, I cannot believe how much, like, God, angel, Jesus kind of images I'm getting. Somebody knows something. Somebody's lips are loose somehow too. I'm getting the sense of something's gonna slip out. I'm also seeing a little carve. You know how you carve your initials in a tree and you put a little love something or heart something? I feel like I'm seeing that also. It's backwards. I'm reading the reverse of it. It's showing up in reverse. I do get the sense that somebody's coming to justice over this. I saw that in the cards. I'm seeing this in this character leaning on the little carpety deal here. Also hands behind his back. So, was there some kind of soupy relationship that went wrong here? Same thing, like working with the shadow side, and like we all have an exalted version, we all have a shadow version. Different points in our lives, we have to work out certain aspects of those in order to contain and retain more light and be able to move through the frequency of life and move more into our, exalted versions of ourselves. So I do feel like there is a little bit of that almost going on, some kind of relationship to relationship issue here. Just trying to grow without the pain attached. And I do see some ATV kind of thing in here too all of a sudden. So was she really sporty, and did she go out to places like that, or did she know people who did those things and hear about them or something like that? It's like some clean sweep. I'm hearing clean sweep. Make a sweep. So I still feel that sense of her being anchored. And I saw that with the energetics in her first chakra. So either she was pretty grounded overall, or she was trying to become more grounded almost. Yeah, I guess that's kind of what was going on. That's what I'm getting here. For now, I'm going to look at sometimes it's easier to see more in the photos and the video afterwards. All right, so this is a part where I have seen through all of the editing these images over and over again. And as I'm editing, I notice other things. A few things came up. An applique duck, I'm not sure what that means, but it's really cute and quirky looking. I'm also seeing images of this guy who is actually tormented and may also be influenced heavily by another woman or motivated by another woman. I also wonder if there, and by that I may also mean that there could be multiple victims. So Danielle may be involved in something that also has other females involved somehow, or this is some kind of a repetitive theme of some kind. And I still do feel a lot about Harborfront, and I do, when I'm looking at the cup over and over again, I still see lots of images of boats on waterways. So unless this was something that she did as a recreational activity, or if it was something that she did a lot when she was a kid growing up with her loved ones, if those things don't apply, then I would say it has something to do with her disappearance somehow. And I still do get the sense that she didn't exactly see it coming. But I also do feel there was an image with that water bead, if you saw it a few times. The first time I saw that piece of the beaded water floating through the cup, I saw boat images. And then the second time I looked at it, I saw an image of her or somebody just really diligently sitting down at a desk and really getting their world more organized around them, and then this whole sort of tidal wave of energy just coming and knocking them right out. So that's why I wonder if somehow water is playing in somehow with her disappearance, or what happened to her. So much love for every reason. Thanks for coming into my channel. Please subscribe and hit your notification button. I'm going to be doing more on this case and trying to help the family see new perspectives in things that they already know and understand, and the things they don't. Thanks so much for coming into my channel. See you next time.